Eclectic Sundries in coordination with the Elephant Island Chronicles. Presents Her Private Affair. Foreword by John. Foreword narration by Amazon Polly. Her Private Affair, released in 1929, is a notable example of early American cinema's transition from silent films to talkies. Directed by Paul L. Stein, the film features Anne Harding in one of her early screen roles, portraying Vera Kessler, the wife of Judge Richard Kessler. The narrative delves into themes of infidelity, blackmail, and moral dilemmas, reflecting societal issues of its time. Adapted from a Broadway play, the film showcases Harding's theatrical background, bringing depth and nuance to her character. Her performance captures the internal conflict of a woman entangled in a web of deceit and guilt. The film's exploration of personal and ethical challenges offers viewers a glimpse into the complexities of human relationships during the late 1920s. As you embark on viewing Her Private Affair, consider the historical context in which it was produced. The film not only provides entertainment but also serves as a cultural artifact, shedding light on the societal norms and cinematic practices of its era. Appreciate the craftsmanship of early filmmakers and actors who navigated the evolving landscape of cinema, laying the groundwork for future storytelling. May this film offer you both insight and enjoyment as you journey back to a pivotal moment in cinematic history.
Wait, Mary. Never mind. Yes? Just a second. Marie. Will you leave me for a moment, please? You shouldn't have called. I begged you not to. No. Oh, why make me repeat it? I don't want to see you again, Arnold. Never. I love my husband and I refuse to hurt him. Yes, I know you need the money. I'm honestly trying to get it for you. Well, won't it be all right if I send it by messenger? Oh, you wouldn't do that, Arnold. All right. I'll ask him again. No, not because I'm afraid of anything. Just for his peace of mind. tonight. But I can't see you. No, I'm going to the opera with a friend. That's impossible. Oh, Arnold, I can't talk to you now, please. All right, yes, maybe... 9 o'clock, 10... I don't know. Yes, I promise. I promise.
She'll come all right.
Vera.
May I come in?
Why, of course, Vera. Oh, how lovely you look.
Thank you.
Sit down.
What, in the chair of the famous judge?
And why not? You don't come here often enough. Oh, you're going out?
Yes, it's my opera night.
That's right. I'd forgotten that. I'm sorry.
Well, no wonder, with all you have to do.
Well, what is it tonight?
Carmen.
Oh, very charming score.
You old fraud. You know you simply detest opera. Well, never mind. Carl Wilder's taking me. He ought to be here any minute now.
Well, you just warn the young man that this is the last time he's going to have the privilege. From next week on...
Be honest. You know you'd much rather stay here and work over that old brief you brought home.
Honestly, Vera, if it wasn't for this important case coming up in court tomorrow...
Well, I'll just have to make the best of it then, without you.
Never mind. I'm getting a nice, long vacation pretty soon.
Oh, I do hope so, dear.
Until then, you'll forgive me?
Of course. But it's so much more fun going places with you. I like the feeling of belonging to you.
Wasting my time in a courtroom when I could be with you. Oh, darling, I know I'm the biggest fool in all Vienna.
Someday. Oh, by the way, Richard, did you forget? That money I asked you for, you know?
No, I didn't forget. I have it.
Oh.
And when I do get my vacation, Paris, the Riviera, we'll do a lot of roaming around. You and I.
Oh, wonderful. But really, I'm content to remain at home now. I've had enough of...
Going away? You mean your trip to Italy?
I'm back. And I want to stay. Let's not talk about that.
But your being away made me realize how much I missed you. Loved you.
I, too. Oh, I am certain now, Richard. I want to forget that trip. Everything about it.
Forgotten? Oh, darling, we'll never again get in such a muddle of misunderstanding.
Never, Richard.
Pardon, madam, but Mr. Wilde is waiting.
Oh, tell him I'll be right down. And now, Richard, if you let me have the money, I'll be right off.
You want it tonight?
Well, you said you had it ready.
Well, I did get it, yes, but I didn't bring it home. I didn't know it was so urgent.
Oh, well, I didn't expect I'd need it.
You can't possibly use it tonight, anyway.
If I could have some of it tonight.
Well, I'll give you a check.
No. It's a check won't do.
Won't do? Vera, what in the world?
Now, darling, please. Please, trust me.
It isn't a question of trust. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
You know what you're doing.
I know.
I'm awfully sorry to disappoint you, dear.
It's all right. Tomorrow will do. It will have to do. And now I mustn't keep Carl waiting any longer.
Vera. Hurry back.
You know, Carmen will bore Carl to death. Why can't I send him back here to help you with your brief?
Oh, no. And have you sit in the box all alone?
Well, what of it? Nobody will steal me.
Oh, no. Carl has enough to do all day.
Very well, then. But don't you work too hard. Goodbye.
Bye. I'll be waiting.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vera, really, you haven't said 2 words since we left your house.
Oh, I am so sorry, Carl.
Are you troubled about something?
No. No, of course not.
Because I couldn't bear to see you. You know how I adore you, Vera.
Well, I am worried. It's about Richard. He works too hard. Carl, will you do me a very great favor?
Certainly, anything in the world.
Well, Richard has so much to do tonight. I wonder, what do you think of leaving me at the opera and going back to help him with his brief?
You're always thinking of Judge Kessler.
Now, just for an hour or two. I know you're not very eager about Carmen.
But I am eager about being with you, Vera. However, am I to call for you later?
At 11, shall we say?
Very well.
Oh, you're a dear, Carl. It will mean so much to him. Yes, we did.
No, thank you.
The men in the lobby could hardly keep their eyes off you.
Oh, now, Carl. Haven't we known each other too long for such a manufactured compliment?
But, dear-
Now stop talking and run along.
You treat me like a schoolboy, and I love it.
Thanks. You'll call for me at 11.
Nothing could keep me away.
Oh, you're a dear, Carl.
Who is it, my dear?
Why, that's Vera Kessler. Isn't she lovely?
Charming.
Oh, I wish I could catch her eye.
Shall I go and tell her you're here, Mrs. Ritter?
Oh, no, it isn't necessary. Why, there's the conductor now. I'll see her after the act.
Put that down.
I was only celebrating a new apartment.
Well, instead of drinking to it, try to put it in order.
You treat me like a dog.
Well, that's better than you deserve.
I'm as good as you are. We're not in the army anymore.
One of these fine days, I'm going to kick you right outside in the street where you belong.
Oh, no, you won't. I'm too valuable. I know too much. And if you don't start treating me with more respect...
What'll you do?
I'm sorry. Oh, but I hate you. You have everything. You're handsome. Your women, they love you. They send you money. No woman gives a hang about me. It's always you with your lies, your...
Put that gun down. Pick it up. Now you can clear out.
Oh, please don't send me away. I wasn't going to shoot.
Get out.
But I've no place to go. I'll behave, I promise. You know I get excited. I can't help it. My shell shock.
You know, I've put up with you long enough.
Didn't I serve you well in the army? I was the best orderly you ever had. And don't think I'm not grateful. For you picked me up when I was like a homeless dog. What do you want me to do? I'll do anything.
Keep your place. And your crazy head if you can. We'll have plenty of money before long. And then... Did a package come for me?
Yes, right here. For Mrs. Brown.
The old fool, she promised this 2 days ago. Now she's only sent 10,000 in spite of all her gurgling of love. The old cheat.
You need more? How much is Holzer asking for?
I'll need twice this amount to keep me out of jail.
Well, how about that little dear that's coming up tonight? Isn't she rich?
Mind your own business. I'll manage. Just see who that is, will you?
Oh, Dr. Ziegler. Our cherished landlord.
Well, Doctor, I'm afraid things are in pretty much of a mess.
Oh, you'll be cozy soon enough. What a charming little loveliness and all the privacy you want. Even I am leaving tonight for the country, spending a few days with my family.
Yeah.
You don't have to bother about such things, Mr. Hartmann. Lucky bachelor.
Well, Dr. Ziegler, let you and I vanish. Someone is expected.
So soon? Herr Charmer? Of course, I understand.
You don't mind, do you?
Mind? I was your buck, and somewhat of a ladies' man, too.
You Romanians are regular devils. Come, Doctor.
Oh, by the way, I'm forgetting what I came for. Just a little matter of rent.
Oh, yes, the rent. I'll mail you the money in the morning.
Well, that would be all right, I suppose.
If you'll come along, Doctor, I'll buy you a beer before train time.
Excellent. And now I bid goodbye to my fortunate young friend. How I envy you. And don't forget the money.
Oh, no, I won't forget that. Hello? Hello? Oh, yes, Holzer, yeah. Yes, well, man alive, stop hounding me. No, you shall have your money by noon tomorrow. Yes, all of it. Yes, I've got 10,000 in bonds right now. Yeah, I'm expecting the rest this evening. So listen, I can't talk to you anymore. The doorbell's ringing. No, you can depend on me this time, Holzer. I was waiting for you. It's lovely of you to have come. Won't you sit down?
No, I've only a moment.
Well, let me take off your cloak. Or at least let me kiss your hand.
Oh, no, please.
Well, I must say this is hardly the way that I pictured your first visit.
I must get back to the opera house before my absence has been noticed. I only came to tell you that... Arnold, you'll be disappointed.
Disappointed? When you're here at last?
I couldn't bring the money.
Oh, impossible. You can't have forgotten. You promised.
Well, my husband didn't have it. Tomorrow
Tomorrow's too late. I depended on you.
Well, I tried.
But you must have known how much I needed it.
I promise you I will send it by messenger before noon.
Promise.
Well, do you want to give me my letters now, or must I pay cash on delivery?
You needn't quite make me out a blackmailer.
Oh, I don't blame you for thinking me a fool after the way I behaved in Italy. But I'm not altogether an idiot. You asked for a loan, you hinted at a threat. There was really no mistaking what you meant.
Permit me to show you how wrong you are. Allow me. Have you changed your mind about me now? I need hardly say that these letters are worth a great deal to your husband, at any rate.
You're low on. It's written all over your face.
In Pizarro, you didn't think so.
How I ever could have become infatuated with you.
The fact remains, dear lady, you did. Very much.
Pizarro, I was a fool. I was mad.
Oh, you're not the first neglected wife to lose her head.
But I didn't. Thank heaven I came to my senses before anything happened between us. I can always be grateful for that, at least.
Do you think that the dear judge would believe it was all quite so innocent?
He'd understand.
Then why don't you tell him?
Because I can't hurt him. That's why I'll buy back those miserable letters. Not because I'm afraid.
You know, your new role of the faithful, loving wife, I must say, is rather amusing.
Are you giving me my letters?
You see?
Arnold, you must let me out of here at once.
I've given you the letters. Now I want you.
Keep away from me.
You've played with me too long.
Stop.
What a pretty picture. Caesar's wife protecting her virtue at the point of a gun. You weren't shoot.
No, I won't shoot. I'll drop it. Outside.
You know, it's a funny thing, but that's the second time tonight I've had that gun pointed at me. But you won't shoot.
Well, Julia, I don't think that we'd better wait any longer for Vera.
I don't see how Vera can stand Carmen. She's heard it so often.
Well, now, you must stay. I'm sure she'll be delighted to find you here.
Michael, if you must yawn, don't swallow them in that annoying manner.
They're good for my digestion. Had a hard day at the office.
Office, it's nothing but matrimony. You've been sleepy ever since you married me.
No, it started with our engagement. Oh.
Well, pleasant dreams. You know, Richard, I'm dying to see Vera. I haven't had a chance for a good talk with her since she's back from Italy. How is she?
Marvelous. She's a different person nowadays.
I knew a change would be good for both of you. You know, married people ought to be separated once in a while to appreciate each other.
Right.
Well, we're the happiest couple in the world now.
I can't tell you how glad I am, Richard. You were neglecting Vera frightfully, and it hurt her. You know, a woman like Vera might seem strong and proud, but even the strongest woman needs her man to be just a little stronger.
My dear, that lecture of yours needs colored slides.
Yeah.
How much more is there? It'll be over any minute, sir. I'm just going to Mrs. Kessler's box. The box is open, sir.
So sorry I'm late, Vera.
What was the matter?
Something always happens to spoil my evenings with you.
What?
This time, a murder.
A murder? Why, who?
No, nobody you know. A man called Hartmann, Arnold Hartmann.
Hartmann?
Yes, we used to be friends. I haven't seen him for ages. He turned out to be pretty much of a rotter.
Where did this happen?
In his apartment. I just left Richard and looked in my office, and the police phoned me that they'd found my name among his papers.
You went up there then?
No, but I've got to run up there now. It's a nasty mess.
They don't know who...
Who did it? No, but they've got a pretty good idea. Oh, it's nothing for you to bother your pretty head about. Let's go. I must go over to Hartmann's apartment now, dear. May I drop in and see you later?
Yes, do, Carl. We'll have a glass of wine for you.
Extra! All about the big murder! Arnold Hartmann killed! Extra!
The papers have it already. Would you like one, Vera?
No, yes, of course, please.
All about the big
Why?
murder! Arnold Hartmann!
Paper.
Extra! All about the
I'll see you later, Vera, and give you all the news then.
Yes, Carl, thanks.
Like it?
Richard, tell Vera I'll call her in the morning.
Well, I'm sure she'll be here any minute now.
No, but I really am very sleepy. Good night. Give her my regards.
Good night. And tell
Good
her...
evening.
The slave of the opera, at last. Darling.
Now, is he worth waiting for?
We only stayed to say that we couldn't stay.
I'm delighted to have you stay.
Thanks.
Have a nice time, dear?
Oh, yes.
Didn't you bring Carl Wilde home with you? I was dying to flirt with him.
Oh, he's coming in later.
Didn't he call for you after the show?
Of course he did. Why shouldn't he have called?
Well, then, what did you do with him?
Is he being held for ransom?
No, he's coming in later. He was called away.
Called away.
Yes, it seems there's been a murder.
Murder? Who?
A man named Stein, something like that. I don't...
Stein?
Oh, I remember now. It was Hartmann.
Not Arnold Hartmann.
Did you know him?
Oh, yes, slightly. He used to practice law. He gave it up for some shady business.
I do wish Wild would hurry back with the lurid details. Vera, how could you resist going with him?
Why should I go with him?
Weren't you curious to see the place?
No.
I should have been. I think it's thrilling.
Well, if you're all so interested, I brought a paper with me.
Where is it?
It's in the car. I'll send for it. Oh, Marie, I left the newspaper in the car. Will you get it for me, please?
Yes, madame.
Oh, and Marie, I must have left my elbow glove in the car. Will you look for it, please? Oh, dear, what happened to a fire?
Really quite warm, dear.
I feel cold.
Light it for you.
Never mind.
What's the matter, dear?
You're tired.
I'm sorry, Richard. It must have been a draft. I'm really not at all cold now.
Madame,
Oh, yes. Oh, here's your paper.
this will be interesting.
Madame, there is a lot of blood. Why, it must be in the car. I know. Well, look again. Everywhere.
Look, Vera, here's Hoffman's picture.
Oh, the poor devil.
It's a fascinating face. What magnetic eyes.
Vera, did you see it?
Yes, I saw it.
The cold, lifeless body of Arnold Hartmann, noted sportsman and former attorney, was found by the police early tonight.
It must be Carl.
Now we'll get the news firsthand.
Get up here, Carl.
I say, this is exciting.
It took a murder to wake you up.
Hello, Carl. Vera's told us the news. Any developments?
Did you just come from there?
Yes, it's a ghastly business.
Who killed him?
They don't know yet.
They don't know.
Not definitely.
He was killed by a woman. I'm sure it was a woman.
And what is your theory, Carl? You also think it was a woman?
No, Hartmann was killed by someone who came to rob him.
Rob?
Yes. Curious. He had 10,000 in bonds. They were gone after the murder.
And I thought it was a hot love affair. A crime of passion.
You know, Richard, the police...
Do they suspect anyone?
Yes, a half-crazy individual named Grimm.
Do they think he...
They found him there with a body.
Did he tell them about the bonds?
Yes, he said the bonds were given Hartmann only today by a middle-aged lady. Apparently she was in the habit of supplying him with funds.
Oh, a relative.
Well, hardly.
So he was a gigolo. I knew it.
Whatever he was a rotter.
Well, he's made love to one woman too many.
I tell you, the sight of that fellow Grimm crawling around on his knees, moaning, swearing he didn't do it.
Perhaps he is innocent.
Bless her heart. That's Vera. Always for the underdog.
Oh, he's probably guilty right enough. He acted like a man.
Conscience. Don't they all act that way after a murder?
I'll wait till the Viennese police have the criminal behind bars within 24 hours.
Why are you so certain, Richard?
Oh, I've followed hundreds of these cases, and no matter how clever the murderer is, he always leaves a clue.
What if he got quite certain that there were no clues?
There's no such thing as absolute certainty.
I'll bet I could do it without leaving a clue.
Great. The perfect crime.
You leave clues all over the place.
How about a glass of wine, Carl?
Oh, no, really, thank you, Vera. Oh, by the way, is this your glove?
Mine? Why should it be mine? I mean, one glove looks very much like any other.
I found it in front of the house.
What house?
Oh, here on the doorstep.
Oh, here. Here. Yes, I guess it is mine. Yes, of course it is. Thank you very much. Isn't it awfully hot in here?
Aren't you well?
I feel just a little dizzy.
Well, I'll take you to your rooms.
No, please don't come. I'll be quite all right, really. You'll forgive me, won't you? I don't feel very well. I hope you'll all excuse me.
I'm sorry. All this talk about murder has upset her.
I don't blame her, poor dear. I'm feeling a bit out myself.
Let me take you home, my dear.
Oh, Richard, you go to her. You can soothe her. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
You frightened me, Richard.
I only want to say good night.
Not now. I know I'm being very silly, but I'll see you later.
Vera, what is the matter with you?
Nothing.
But you act so strangely.
Strangely, why not at all. I'm very, very tired, and I'm nervous. That's what it is.
Yes, but... Very well, then. I'll leave you. Good night, dear.
Richard!
Yes, dear?
I was mistaken. We can't begin over again. It wouldn't be fair to you.
Fair?
I can't make you happy. Not now. Not any longer.
Vera, you don't know what you're saying.
I must go my own way now. Alone.
We went all over that before. I thought we decided...
Everything's changed. It's different now. I have to leave you.
Leave me?
I have to. Oh, don't you see, Richard? I have to leave you.
Very well, then. Leave. Whenever you like.
Tonight? Oh, I must, Richard, I must.
The sooner the better. Before you drive me insane with your moods and caprices. First you want to stay. Then you don't want to stay. Why, you have the mind of a child. You're right. It's hopeless.
Oh, wait, Richard, don't leave me. I'm afraid to stay alone.
Mrs. Kessler to see you, sir.
Mrs. Kessler? Sure in. For heaven's sake, Vera, where on earth have you been?
Don't ask me now, Carl. I have something very important to talk to you about.
But, Vera, you've got to tell me. Where were you? Richard's been looking all over town for you.
Richard, there's only one thing I came for. I need you, Carl. I want your help.
Help? Why, Vera, what is it? Won't you sit down?
Promise me that you'll do it. It's terribly, terribly important. I came to see you about the Hartmann case.
The Hartmann case? What about it?
Grimm, the man who was found in the apartment. I've been thinking about him. That's why I'm here.
But I still don't understand.
No, but wait. Carl, I want you to defend him.
But, Vera, I mean...
I ask you to defend him. Isn't that enough?
But there's no doubt that the man's the murderer. I mean, what can I do for him?
Everything. He's innocent. I mean, that's possible, isn't it? They don't always get the right person, do they? I've been reading about him in the papers, and I saw his picture. Carl, there's something in that man's eyes. He must be innocent.
You have a hard time persuading a jury of that.
He hasn't a friend. No one. Now, somebody has to help him.
Vera, you amaze me. What an extraordinary woman you are.
Oh.
I can't help looking at you and wondering.
At me? Why, what is it about me?
The way you get all worked up over this man, the way that you know that he's innocent.
Because he's so miserable. Because he's suffering.
But still all this interest. You certainly have changed a lot lately. You've become kinder, more human somehow.
I'm trying to be human. Well, Carl, you will do it, won't you? And you let me help, too, huh? Let me send him some money. Now, I'm sure he must need money.
How real you are, Vera. I won't refuse you. I'll do it.
Oh, Carl, thank you. Oh, thank you. I knew you would.
And you killed him. You killed Arnold Hartmann with this gun. You murdered the man you say you loved.
No, I didn't. I couldn't have killed him. My friend. He was my friend.
Your friend. But you were jealous of him. He had money. He had women. And you envied him.
I find that during the police examination you testified that you hated Hartmann. Is that correct?
Yes. I hated him. Oh, sometimes I could
Loder
have...
Grimm, you further testified that Hartmann mistreated you, that he beat and abused you.
He treated me like a dog. He was going to kick me out.
Attorney for the state, have you any further questions to put to the accused?
Yes, I have. It's true, isn't it, that on the night of the murder he again treated you abominably, threatened to beat you, and you, wild with rage, picked up that gun?
Yes.
And pointed it at him?
Yes.
You pointed. You aimed. There he was before you. In your power, the man you hated. And you went blind with rage and shot him dead.
Oh, no. I didn't. You know I didn't. I didn't kill.
Then you admit having had the gun, having pointed it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it possible you pulled the trigger? The gun went off?
No, please, just leave me alone. I see him every night, and he looks at me. Like you're looking now. Anything. I'll promise anything. Only please don't look at me. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
Sit down, please. Please. Lady, please, sit down. Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Silence in the courtroom. Attorney for defense may proceed.
May it please the court, I desire to call an additional witness, Dr. Edmund Ziegler.
Your name?
Dr. Edmund Ziegler,
Your nationality?
Romanian.
Are you related to the accused?
No.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
According to your testimony before the police, you, as owner of the house, called that night about the rent. Did you stay there?
Just for a moment. Hartmann asked me to leave because he was expecting a visitor, a lady.
A lady, a woman visitor. Gentlemen of the jury, please note that fact carefully.
And when did you leave?
Immediately. I left with Grimm.
When did you part from him?
He took me to my train, and we parted at 12 minutes after 10.
And you're positive Hartmann was expecting a woman caller?
Oh, yes. I saw her enter the house. Grimm and I saw her stealing into the house. We were at the end of the street, but we both saw her plainly.
Yes, a woman. Now I remember. I saw her, too. I saw her.
What made you think she was calling on Hartmann?
Hartmann was the only tenant in the house.
Can you describe her?
Oh, yes. She wore a bouquet coat with white fur collar. I saw that plainly. A long bouquet coat.
Did you see her face?
No. It was too dark to see her face.
Thanks. Please.
Gentlemen of the jury, you have heard the witnesses. The policeman who found this wretched creature next to the cold body of the murdered man. You have heard testimony by experts regarding that man's fingerprints on the revolver. And you have heard him virtually admit his guilt here in the courtroom. Look at him. The man who admitted having killed his benefactor, his friend. In the name of the Republic of Austria, I accuse Ludwig Grimm of the murder of Arnold Hartmann. Gentlemen of the jury, the facts are before you. The state rests, awaiting your just verdict.
The attorney for the defense may present the case of the accused.
Gentlemen, we have just been listening to a lot of talks about fingerprints on that revolver. Now, gentlemen, let us consider. Grimm lived with the murdered man, practically his servant. It is so unlikely that he may have had occasion during his ordinary household duties to touch, to handle that gun and leave his fingerprints on it. But, gentlemen, the woman in the case, the woman seen entering the house a few minutes before the murder, what about her? Is she just likely to be thrust aside, forgotten by us, in whose hands rests the fate of a man? Perhaps an innocent man. Gentlemen of the jury, in your just deliberations, remember that woman. Remember her.
Ludwig Grimm, have you anything more to say?
I am innocent. Innocent, I tell you. It was that woman. She did it. I'm innocent. She did it. She did it.
Gentlemen of the jury, your task in this case is a very simple one. Two theories have been presented to you, two sets of facts. It is for you to choose between them. The state contends and has brought evidence to prove that the accused Ludwig Grimm had both the motive and the opportunity to commit this crime. The state further proved that the accused was in the deceased's apartment at about the time the crime was committed, and that his fingerprints were found on the gun with which the deed was done. If this evidence convinces you beyond a reasonable doubt, then you will find Ludwig Grimm guilty of murder. On the other hand, the defense contends that the accused was at a railroad station far from the scene of the crime at the time it was committed. The defense has further brought evidence to prove that an unknown woman was seen entering the deceased's apartment just as the accused was leaving. This is very serious and positive evidence, and you must not lightly ignore it. Remember, it is not for you to decide who killed Hartmann. You need only concern yourself with the question of whether or not Grimm killed him. If you decide to acquit the accused of this charge, then it will be the duty of the police authorities to investigate this case further and discover, if they can, who this woman was and what part, if any, she played in the murder of Hartmann. Gentlemen of the jury, is Ludwig Grimm guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
You pay the fool.
Vera.
Is there anything I can do?
Thanks, Carl, but if you don't mind, perhaps you'd better leave us. Please. Vera. Vera, dear. Why did you come here? What were you doing in court?
I've got to go.
But what brought you here?
I want to go.
Well, you can't go in this condition.
No, I'm perfectly all right now. There's really nothing the matter with me.
Vera. Why did you come here? You owe me an explanation.
I came here to, I came here to see you about a divorce.
Divorce?
Yes, you understand these things, and you'll know just what to do about it.
If you really want a divorce, I'll not stand in your way.
Then I'll go now. And the divorce, you'll attend to everything.
Well, Vera, Michael dear.
Vera, you've been crying.
No, I haven't. I've been asleep. Come, sit down.
Sit down, nothing. Vera, it's New Year's Eve and we've come to take you out.
Oh, no, Julia, really. I've an awful headache.
You've got to come. Michael, tell us you've got to come.
Well, after all, it is New Year's Eve.
And we're not going to let you spend it alone. Oh, come on, dear. We'll have loads of fun.
No, I don't want to spoil your party.
A glass of champagne will cure your headache. Vera, we refuse to leave this room without you.
Oh, I shouldn't really.
Please.
Oh, come on, Vera.
All right. Only I warn you, I won't be any fun.
We'll chance that. Now, you put on your prettiest gown and be quick about it.
All right.
Hurry, darling. There.
Julia, I don't like this at all. Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
Perfectly sure.
Well, I never saw any good come of messing in other people's affairs.
The rubbish.
Well, I think you're making a big mistake.
You're not here to think.
Just the same, I don't like it.
the liberty of reserving the same room you had last year, madam.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Just a few minutes.
At what time will you have supper, sir?
Well, I think
It'll serve at about 12 o'clock. We eat the New Year in.
But I'm dying of hunger. At least let's have the wine served right away.
Oh, yes, the champagne. The same brand you gave us last New Year.
Yes, tubs of it. We're expecting 2 other guests.
Very good, Mr. Stein.
Julia, you simply must tell me who the other guests are.
Ah, that's the big surprise.
But no strangers, please.
Strangers? No, not on our party. I've seen that.
Well, who then?
A couple of emperors and a few assaulted kings.
Oh, it's bright here.
I knew you'd like it here. Life and color, that's what you need.
It's very gay.
I adore this cafe. You meet lots of your friends here.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, for instance.
A big, bright, and happy New Year.
I knew you'd say that ahead of time. Couldn't you wait a couple of hours more?
Give me the surprise.
Number 1.
Believe me, Vera, it is good to see you again.
Like old times, isn't it?
Just. I've tried so hard to find you. For you.
For me, Carl. Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh, now I am jealous.
Some other time for you, my dear. I was afraid of that demon husband of yours.
And well you may be. I eat 'em alive.
Oh, I am going to have a good time tonight.
That makes it unanimous. We're all going to have a good time, no matter how hard a time we have doing it.
I will be quiet. I want to listen to the music.
The wine would come.
Hooray! Here's the bubbles.
Good.
Oh, Julia, I've got an idea. I'll just hold my mouth open and you pour.
Here's your headache, sure.
I hope this champagne is worthy of the occasion, Michael.
Well, I sincerely hope so. And I can tell you in just a moment now.
Why, Grim! What on earth?
Good evening, Mr. Wilde.
You're employed here, Grim.
They needed extra help for the holidays. One must live, you know.
I'm glad to see you have work.
It was very hard for me to find anything. I didn't eat for days.
Now you can eat all you want.
Oh, yes.
I'll see you later.
Ever since that terrible evening...
All right, never mind. I'll pour it out myself.
Just as you say, sir.
How did that man get here?
I don't know. You heard what he said about the
Oh,
job.
what does he want?
Well, who cares?
Curious that he should turn up here. Only last week, the police received a letter claiming that the murderer of Hartmann was a society woman.
Oh, bosh.
Who wrote it?
Well, somebody's always sending those fool letters.
Maybe this writer wasn't such a fool. I myself have come around to the belief that it was a woman.
Remember, Vera, that's been my theory from the first.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you always were a great little detective, my darling.
And they'll get that woman yet.
I hope so. Why should she get away with murder?
Just think. That woman may be anywhere. Anywhere at all. Or she may even be here.
That's hardly likely, you'll admit.
Well, why not? If, as you say, she's a woman prominent in society, well, what could be more natural than that she should be here tonight?
Oh, what a morbid imagination.
I can almost see her. People come up to her, they greet her. Why, at this very moment, she may be discussing the murder.
Not with me. I wouldn't listen. Oh, come. Let's have a drink. It's New Year's Eve.
Yes, and who cares? Give us a toast, Michael.
A toast. A toast? Let's drink to Carl. To bigger and better lawsuits.
Here's to life.
look at me. Send him away.
Why, the poor devil, he's only trying to please you.
Why did he stare at me so? Tell him to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, Michael. I want to hear some more gypsy music.
No, I'll get behind with my drink.
I insist. You're not going to treat me like a wife.
All right. She always wants to parade me around.
Come on.
Would you like to go to Vera Kessler?
No, Carl, give me some more wine. Let's drink. Let's be gay. I want to have lots of fun. I want to laugh. It's so long since I've laughed.
May the new year bring you lots of laughter then.
Oh, I do hope so, Carl. This past year has been so sad. How much longer has it to live?
Oh, about 20 minutes.
I'll be glad to see it die. As glad as all for a person I hated. I'll laugh when it dies.
Why, Vera! Vera Kessler. My dear. How are you? I haven't seen you for ages.
Hi, Mrs. Ritter. And Mr. Wilde.
How do you do? No, not since that night at the Opera Carmen, you know.
Oh, you were there?
Why, yes, we were in a box. Well, my dear, where did you go during the second act? I looked everywhere for you and couldn't find you. You weren't in your seat.
I went to sit with some friends.
Oh, but no, I'm sure you... Oh, my dancing partner, forgive me, won't you? I've simply got to run and have a dance. See you later, darling. Bye-bye.
I've got to go, Carl. I've got to go.
Got to go?
Just take me away quickly, I must.
But Vera, you're acting so strangely.
What do you mean by strange? Crazy. Crazy, that's what you mean.
No, Vera, I mean nothing of the
Oh, I
sort.
understand you very well. Strange, crazy, insane.
Oh, Vera, please calm yourself. You can't go now. You'll spoil the whole
I'm
party.
going to...
Darling, I just captured the nicest man, Vera. This is Mr. John Phillips, the famous tennis champion.
I believe we met before.
Can you imagine that? Vera caught him before I did.
I don't remember you.
We met in Italy. Pizarro, to be accurate. Surely you must
Yes,
recall...
it's very pleasant there.
I just heard recently about Hartmann's death. What a shame. An attractive fellow if there ever was
It's
one.
very lovely town, Pesaro. Very lovely.
May I have the pleasure of the next dance, please?
I don't care to dance. I'm not dancing.
Pardon me. I didn't realize I was intruding.
Well, Vera, what got into you? You've insulted him.
Insulted him.
He was so much fun, too.
Is it true, Vera, that you knew Hartmann in Italy?
Why, suppose I met him. I met so many people there.
How is it that you never mentioned this before?
Why was that so very important?
Did you know Hartmann? Well, how interesting.
I won't have it, you hear? I won't have you questioning me like this. You held me with your questions until I want to scream. Stop it. Stop.
Vera, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. It must be the wine. Don't let me have any more wine, or I may...
Oh, darling, you're just tired. That's all right.
What Vera needs is another drink.
I'm just spoiling your party. Oh, Julia, I'm behaving very badly.
Nonsense. You just forget it, dear. Remember I told you I had a surprise for you? And I'm not going to disappoint you either.
Now, Vera, you behave, or I won't let New Year come until Easter.
Pardon, madame.
Yes. Yes, I know. Come on, stupid. We're going for a dance. Carl, I'd love to whisper something in your pretty ear.
Just a second. Vera, if you don't mind, Julia seems to need me to help shove old Michael across the floor. I'll be back in a moment.
Julia! I thought you'd never come.
Delighted to see you.
How are you?
Michael. How are you?
How are you? Off his head. How are you?
Fine. Is Vera here?
Yes, he's waiting for you in our room alone. Come with me, I'll show you.
Does she know?
Not a thing. It's going to be a surprise. Come on.
Vera. You are Vera. I remember now. My friend Hartmann, he talked to you that night on the telephone.
Go.
No, please don't send me away. I didn't kill him. They say I killed him, but I didn't. I'm afraid of him. He comes to me. He won't let me rest. He won't let me sleep.
Why do you come to me?
Because I've got to find out who did it. Or I'll go crazy.
And you think I know?
Yes, you know. You were there, and you alone had the right to kill him. Say that you did it. Then I'll know that I didn't kill my friend.
You're acquitted. Now go away.
But I've got to be sure. Sometimes I see myself pointing the gun at him, firing it. I want the truth. Tell me the truth.
Truth. You shall have it.
Confess to me and save me. Please, I won't say a word. I promise. Now I can rest. Now I can sleep.
Please. Leave us.
You've come for me. Take me away then. I am the woman. I killed him.
You killed him. He was your...
No. Never.
Then why?
Because he was trying to destroy me. Us. I didn't want to kill him. It happened. It just happened. But how can I prove it? Who would believe me?
Why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you tell me?
I would have lost you, Richard.
No.
I would have hurt you. I had you back. I was happy. How could I explain that whole meaningless business?
Why didn't you have more faith in me, Vera?
It's too late now. Your law demands a life for a life.
Your life for his miserable one?
Sentence me. You are the judge.
I'm not your judge, Vera.
Well, I'm guilty.
Guilty? The judge of us all shall decide that. Not you, not I. But there will be a trial. You will tell your story. You will tell it bravely and without fear. And the jury will believe you. You will tell it with your head held high and your hand in mine.
You will be with me, Richard. Beside me.
I am your husband, and I love you.
You love me? You forgive me? Knowing?
Happy New Year! The old year is gone.
Gone and forgotten.